Happy Monday. If you're watching on replay, put in the comments #replay. I would say I'm running late, but I feel like I'm running right on time today, which I'm kind of proud of. Oh, let me get everything situated here. As you're popping on, tell me hi. Tell me what you're working on. Tell me how your weekend was. We'll give everybody a minute or two. I got excited. I just as I hit the live button on my phone to start the Facebook Live, I got an email from Marie Green, and it's information about the summer's 4-day knit along. Yay, I'm so excited. Hi, here's everybody. Sherry, Cindy, Malcolm, Lisa, Brenda, Nicole, E, Shar. Excellent. I got to see quite a few of you this weekend. Deb and Karen probably saw more of you than I did, since I wasn't here the whole time. But Oriana, Patty, Fran, Jenny, Sarah, Joyce. I got quite a crowd. Joyce, I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I'm glad to see you on here. And Mary. Linda, awesome. Got all kinds of people tonight, and just never know from one day to the next. So it is, let me get my little notes going here. Monday. It is May Day, May 1st. Hi, Terry. Happy May, happy Monday motivation. My name is Kristen. I am the owner of the Little Yarn Shop located in downtown Saginaw, Michigan, inside the SVRC Marketplace. Marketplace hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday motivations are on Facebook and on YouTube Monday evenings, most Monday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern. If for some reason you're having problems with one of the feeds, either on Facebook or YouTube, you can always pop over to the other one on the Little Yarn Shop channel on YouTube, or facebook.com/Little Yarn Shop if you're already on YouTube. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Donna. So what's been going on? It was a busy weekend. We had a lot of build up to LYS Day, Local Yarn Store Day, and it was a bustling day. I am sorry that I wasn't here for the whole thing. I got some sort of little bug and was a little bit under the weather, but I'm much better now. Still a little raspy, but other than that, I'm okay. Hi, Leslie. Twists and turns and botanique shawl. Ooh, I haven't heard of the botanique. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, Melissa was here all day. Deb and Karen were here all day. A lot of you got to meet Melissa if you hadn't met her before. It's always nice to put a face and a name together. I heard that there were quite a few of you who hung out for quite a bit of the day and social crafted, knit, crochet, whatever you were working on. I'm sorry I missed it, but I went home and rested, which was much needed, and hydrated, drank lots of tea with honey, and I think I'm good now. So let's talk about what we had. We opened early on Saturday. We opened at 9, had a line at the door before we even opened up, which was kind of fun. Hi, Bev. And it was steady all day. There are a few things that we sold out of, which I anticipated, but I also have a few of the kits that were released for LYS Day that I have extras of. So we'll chat about that in a little bit too. I finished and blocked in time for Saturday my Town Line shawl. So this is the shawl by Jill Zielinski, Knitterella, the new design that was released on LYS Day. She was here doing kind of a kickoff with it. This is what we had the kits for. And I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. It blocked nicely. It's a good asymmetrical triangular shawl. Starts with garter at this end. I know you have seen the other versions. I showed last week Julie's with the greens and pinks, and Jill's with the gold, and I don't remember what her other color was. Gold and green, I think, and cream. The pattern is out now. If you picked up your kit, you should have gotten a little slip of paper that has a unique code for you to go on Ravelry and add the pattern to your Ravelry library. If you're struggling with that, let me know and you can kind of walk through it. I can kind of walk you through it. Nancy, what is the pattern name of the green? Looks like a short sleeve top in the video. Nancy, that was the summer noose that Debbie was making using some of Jill's yarn that she picked up last time when we had a trunk show here. Yes, summer noose is what that one was. I had a few people ask about that. I think somebody posted a link, but I guess it depends on where you watch that video, if it was on the repost or on the original post. Hi, Jill. So I finished this. The kits in our custom colors will remain here in the shop for a while. I got extras. I do have a few additional of the other colors as well. Now that the LYS Day portion is over, kits will include the 3 skeins of yarn and a download code for the pattern, and those are 110. I believe I have at least one of all 7 colorways. So if you didn't snag one before, or you weren't quite sure, wanted to wait and see, they're still available. I think oh, you guys, sorry, I'm still a little bit out of it. I deactivated the ability to purchase the kits on the website because it still had the higher price, and I had to have a cutoff to get numbers to Jill so we could have everything here by Saturday. For those of you that ordered kits online and paid to have them shipped to you, I have started that. I've got almost half of them. There's a pile of boxes over by the register. I've got about half of them packaged and ready to go. The rest I will take care of tomorrow. I think that's the plan anyway, unless, you know, something goes haywire. So yeah, it's the kits with our colors will be here. If you're not crazy about the shawl design or knitting a shawl, but like the colors, we won't stop you from buying the kit just because they're cool, exclusive colors. I grabbed a skein of black yarn so I could show that the dark is not really black. I mean, it's really not black. So here is Karen's Ultimate Blurple, which I guess it looks a little bit bluey purple, but there's black. So that gives you a little bit of a better idea on the depth of the color, but it's not as dark and as harsh as black would be. So the kit colors are Kristen's Fave Teal, Deb's Raspberry Jam, and Karen's Ultimate Blurple. I have such a hard time saying that word. So that's what I finished. I am working on a test knit because I saw the pattern and they were looking for somebody or some people to test knit, and I if it's a design I like to offer to test knit because I come from the perspective of not just a knitter, but a shop owner. So I feel like I can give unique perspective and feedback on things that I think customers might want clarification on with patterns. So giving a little bit of feedback to designers that things they think are self-explanatory may not be self-explanatory to a lot of people. So I'm not going to hold the actual photo of the pattern because it's not out yet, obviously, but I can show you my sample because I was home and not feeling well Saturday afternoon and yesterday. I had some knitting time. So this is my little summer tee that I'm working on. It's bottom up. The bottom has this little lace. I may have to redo my cast on. My cast on seems like it might be a little tight, but it might block out. So it's got this little bit of lace down at the bottom. Do you see the beads in there? It's got beads, you guys. And surprisingly, Sarah helped me pick out the beads, Sarah from down in the bead store from Purple Sage. And normally she's really, she really pushes us to use beads that are going to show, that are high contrast. But this time we played with a bunch of options, and these gray, they're like a green gray bead down in there. And the method by which she has you put this bead on is something that I've never done before. So I love it. It's yet again, for as much knitting as I do, there are definitely still things that I'm learning. So it has just those little beads down at the bottom, a stockinette body. I'm hoping this pattern will be coming out soon. I will for sure let everybody know. It's written for a crop length or a full length. I did the little bit longer one, but there's no body shaping to it. So you could easily knit more before you separated for the front and the back. The yarn that I'm using is Variations in the color Hortensius Peridot. So we really like, I've covered up the label a little bit, but we really like the Variations yarn by Friendly Products, Australian Merino. It's 75% merino, 25% nylon. And it's one that I hadn't, I think I used the gray in one of my shawls. I think my Rick Rack, I used their gray, but I wanted to do something bigger to really show off the actual variation in the yarn, which I think is pretty cool. So front and back, it has on the neckline, I think I did the cast on too tightly and I did the bind off too loosely, but that's part of the whole process. The neckline has an I-cord bind off, but it also has beads. You see them? Little beads along there. These ones are the smaller ones. They're 8s. It has a bead design on the sleeve. It's a short sleeve, almost kind of looks like a flutter sleeve. But that is going to have these guys, which are going to show up on there. Look at that. That's going to be gorgeous. And so it calls for 4 different types of beads, which is fun. Sarah and I had a lot of playing. Then these little, it's hard to see them. They're little grayish green square ones, cubes. So I'm excited for that. I like the construction of this. You know how it is when when all the interest is at the top of a sweater and it's a top-down sweater, you get that done. And then it's like just kind of a slog of just knitting stockinette forever until you're done. But this being bottom up has a little bit of interest at the beginning with that lace. You get some stockinette, but then you get back to doing fun things again. Her sleeve construction, I don't want to pull my needles out. I got the short ones on here. Her sleeve construction is really cool too. It kind of looks like a puffy sleeve, but it's not going to once it's off the needles. It looks like a set-in sleeve, but it's not. You pick up and do short rows to form it, which is, it was a pretty seamless method and it went pretty quickly. I had a little bit of a lesson in gauge with this sweater because she has you swatch flat. And for the most part, most knitters will tend to knit more loosely when you're knitting stockinette flat, when you knit across a purl back versus when you're knitting stockinette in the round and just knitting and knitting. People tend to loosen up a little bit when they knit and purl. The designer goes by Pope Knits, P-O-P-E, Pope Knits. English is not her first language, so that's part of the test knit process is making sure that the English version of the pattern is clear and concise. And I haven't even really looked, Julie, now that you're asking that, I haven't looked at her other patterns to see what other kind of designs she does. So I swatched flat, got gauge, had to actually go up a needle size, which is unusual for me. But it turns out I am somebody who knits more loosely in the round than I do when I'm knitting flat. So the whole thing is on 5s. And you can kind of see, well, I don't know, maybe a little bit. The fabric is a little bit looser here than it is up toward the top. When I split for the sleeves, it got a little tighter, which I'm okay with. And for some reason, maybe it had to do with what we were watching on TV. I did the back first, and the back seems a little bit loose and the front seems a little bit tight. But I was trying to be more mindful about keeping it consistent because it is going to be right across the front of me. I wanted it to look good. Having it a little bit tighter is not a bad thing. I don't think I'm not ripping it out. That's for sure. So I have to finish the first sleeve, do the second sleeve, and that will be done. Hopefully soon. I will be able to tell everybody about it. I'm going to make myself get that done before I start swatching or doing anything for the Marie Green 4-day knit along. But I'm excited. This was a comedy and Tight was a murder. It could have been. We watched Bullet Train with Brad Pitt yesterday, and that might really have something to do with it. That movie is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. Bullet Train. Yeah, I know it makes a difference whether I'm actually paying attention to my knitting or paying attention to the TV. So I'm going to force myself to get this done before I start the Marie Green sweater. I'm sworn to secrecy that I can't tell you guys anything about it until she starts revealing something, but I can tell you that I'm starting to get little bits of information about it. So that's exciting. I want to say so much about it, but I can't. So let's talk about kits that were exclusive for LYS Day that I had a few extras of. So the first one is, what do we want to do first? Earth Yarns. Sorry, you guys, my parents are still down in Florida and my dad's having a few little health things. So my brother texted me and it pops up and I got distracted. Sorry. Earth Yarns came out with a 4-color kit and it's called Medley and Montage. Medley and Montage are 2 different patterns, but you get them both they have a similar look. One is knit on size 8 needles. One is crochet on a size H hook. They give you the same vibe, I guess. So the kit comes with printed versions of both patterns and a QR code to be able to download the pattern to have it digitally. It calls for 4 colors, 50 grams each of a DK weight yarn. And these colors seem so reminiscent of the Casapinka shawl that I just finished, the one that's over my shoulder here. There's a green, a tan, kind of a rusty orange, and a gold. So these are the 4 colors the kit comes in. There aren't color choices. This is it, just the one set. They come pre-wound in balls. What else can I tell you about them? Because you have the same amount of each color, you can use them interchangeably. LYS crochet and montage is knit. Yes. Did I say it backwards? I probably said it backwards. You can really use them in any order. I believe you use the same amount of each of the 4. All 4 colors are Earth's monochrome DK, which is 100% superwash merino DK. They're 50 grams each. The colors are not part of their color line yet. They are supposed to be released later this year. So new colors for the kit. The kits are 70. I have a handful of kits. I ordered quite a few because I wanted to have some on hand. I like the idea that they have the knit and crochet both patterns in there. And their main facility and their mills are in Turkey. And most of you know Turkey had that horrible earthquake a month or so ago. And so they are donating 25% of the proceeds from each kit sold, each of these medley and montage kits to organizations that are helping with some of the rebuilding in Turkey. So those are 70. If you want one, we can set one aside for you. Just let us know. Let us know if you want it shipped to you or you want it picked up, and we'd be happy to do either one. We also had extras of the Parfait cowl kit. These are by Wonderland Yarns. So they came up with and there's cute little sign, this little Mad Tea Party, welcome to the Mad Tea Party sign. And that was kind of their theme for the LYS Day colors. So they have this limited edition color sets, create cool planned cooling effect with ease. So there's a picture of the little cowl. It's kind of, well, you can see it a little bit better here. It's just a simple knit, which is nice. Doesn't take too much thought. The pattern is on the label for it. It comes with, the kit is 3 colors. And they didn't give color names. It just says kit 1 or kit 3. That's what I have left. So kit 1, and these run $23 a piece, and it's a sport weight yarn. You get 3 230 yards total, or 3 ounces. So they're 3 1-ounce skeins of a sport weight yarn. They're squishy. They just have such nice yarn. So $23, you get 2 solids and then one of their color burst, color pooling yarns. I have 5 of the green and I have 2 of the purple left. So the purple is kit number 3. And you get this, man, it looks so blue on my YouTube feed. It's really not blue. It's It's purple. I was trying to find something blue that I could hold it up against, but I don't really have a good blue here. You get this kind of a raspberry color, a solid deep purple, and then the purple with the little splash of contrast color in there. And it's got some speckles in there too. So I have, I know my nails are so sparkly. I have two, well, Anne wants one of kit 3. So I have one more of kit 3 left. And those were exclusive for LYS Day. Linda, if you can call us on Wednesday, we'll get all your info from you then. Tomorrow we're not open. I may or may not be here when you try to call tomorrow. So that means I have the green kits left, the kit 1. I have 5 of those. The other item that I had a couple left of, and I'm kind of surprised, but I ordered quite a few because I thought they would be popular, are the yarn boxes. So Dream in Color has, I guess they would call it like a sister company called Lemonwood. And they do woodworking, and they came out with a set of items, a yarn box and a tablet holder that had a design that was exclusive for LYS Day. So they have a few different designs, but this one specifically was for LYS Day, and it's called Wool Story. So each of the sides has a different image on it. So this one is gather wool, sort wool, spin wool, and love wool. On the top, it's got sheep. Look at that. So the way it opens is fun. It's got kind of like a felt down at the bottom, so your yarn doesn't snag. I was using this one all last week. I couldn't take it home with me because it needed to be here on display. But if you have cats, this is great. It keeps your cats away from your yarn. Just that one little area there to get through. So those are 90. It looks like I have 4 of them left. If you want one and you want it shipped, there may be a little bit of an additional shipping charge to get it to you, in an effort to make sure that it doesn't get damaged on its way to you. But I'm happy to try and ship one to you. I know I had questions about that last week from people. I didn't have any of the tablet stands left. What else? I think updates on Dream in Color clubs. Actually, all the clubs that are going on. I tucked some of the club yarns to the side that came in the end of April, trying to get everything ready for LYS Day. So I have received the Wonderland D-Stitch Nation. That's the storybook club. I do have that for April, and I apologize that I haven't gotten it to those of you that are in the club yet. That I'm hoping I will be able to start getting through some of that this week. Same with the Herstory Club, just came today. So we'll work our way through that this week. The Dream in Color clubs, the minis, I'm guessing they decided to skip April for the minis in a similar way that hi, Aunt Jackie, in the similar way that they skipped March for the pop-up club. I think they have a little bit overcommitted themselves and are now trying to play catch up a little bit. So the April minis got skipped. Now what we'll be getting next week will be May's. So then it will, you don't lose a month, it's just going to get pushed back a month. So instead of the mini skein club being done in June, it will be done in July. Still the same number of packs, same total number of mini skeins. The pop-up club is the same thing. So it skipped March. We got April and February, March, April, May is what it was supposed to be. So it'll be February, April, May, and June for that. I don't have those yet. I'm hoping to soon. Rainbow club colors are probably going to get shipped to me next week for May's club colors. So hopefully next week I'll have a lot of club stuff to talk about. That'll be fun. Okay, I'm keeping it a little bit short today. Yeah. Clearly I say that I'm all better and I'm not sick anymore. I don't have any head stuff going on, but I think my brain is still a little bit frazzled, going in a couple different directions with everything going on. So I am going to keep it short. If you hopped on late and want to see what you missed on YouTube and on Facebook, these videos will be posted after the fact. So you can go back, watch it. We try and keep an eye on the comments. So if there's something you have a question on, you can still put it in the comments, even if it's not live anymore, or message us through Facebook or text the shop, call the shop, email us. If you have any questions, there are a million ways to get a hold of us, it seems. Okay. I hope that everybody had a good weekend, and I hope that I get to see a few of you this week. We'll make it a good one. I hope you all stay creative, that you maybe got something for a new project this weekend and are casting on something new. That's always fun. I always want to cast on the things. Have a good week. If I don't see you here in the shop, I will plan to see everybody back here next Monday at 7. And that's it. I hope you all have a good night and a good week.